touch back on the live events, right? So there's a very famous proverb that I think is very, very true. Things that could go wrong do go wrong,
Yeah.
especially in live events, right? So can you describe one moment that, when things did go wrong, and how
The-
did you handle yourself to get out of that situation?
there isn't a single live event that would be successful. Let me put this here. It was a little bit shaky. Then I continue.
Hmm.
There isn't any single live event that would go down without without a hit. No one. Every live event has a big challenge, and I don't know. Sometimes we attribute it to, maybe we can say, maybe it is maybe the gods at times they feel disappointed. You don't know, but you must find something going wrong in your live event. You may have set everything right at 2. The show is supposed to begin at 8. Then you set your things at 2. And then I came to this event at after setting everything, I came back at 6. And we started now the final tuning to listen to the guitars. Are they doing right? And then the mixer burns out. And people have already picked their tickets, and they are entering the hall. So music should be beginning in the next 30 minutes or so, and then the mixer burns out. So you have to source for another one. And with the financial constraints, that was the budget you had. So you can't manage to get another digital mixer. So you'll have to find an analog mixer. So when you bring in the analog mixer, it's already 8, and people are now complaining, you didn't prepare. You didn't prepare. You guys are bogus. You guys don't know that we have paid for the tickets. So when the analog mix arrives, now you'll have to do new settings, because the settings you had done on the digital mixer have all been destroyed. So when you do the analog settings, it takes you another 1 hour. And this show begins at around 10. And some of the audience who are impatient, they are already walking out of the hall. And then they are all over on the social media. These guys are the poorest performance team you can ever see around. And then you have to take another 1 month to justify that you are a good band, and only that things turned out bad that day. That was the worst day, and I had organized a very big event. It was called a Mulembe Night. Mulembe Night, in Western Kenya, Mulembe is peace, is unity. So
Mm.
when we say Mulembe night, we are saying it's a unity night. It's for the Luya people, for the Mulembe people. The Luya people are also known as the Mulembe people. So when you organize a Mulembe night, it's supposed to be really a peaceful night, and then the mixer burns just a few hours to the show. That was one of the worst experiences. The second one, we had been invited on an event, and I was among the organizers, though not really into it, but my name was there as one who is planning. But I didn't handle financials and all the nitty gritties. I only uh, managed the artists and how it should be run. So in the middle of the night, around 12 midnight, the the sound goes off, and we are told
Oh,
that it was a digital mixer. It was a digital mixer, and the guy who is supposed to control the digital mixer is not around, and he has gone to sleep. So the mixer has locked. So when we ask why it has locked, they say it's supposed to be paid for. It wasn't paid, and so it has shut down. So it must be paid. The subscription was over. So it must be paid for it to continue. And at that moment, it's my band that's supposed to be on stage. And now the mixer has gone off. And then
oh,
you remain there. So by the time the guy is being found, he comes to set up the mixer. He doesn't even come. He opens it up from wherever he is, and then you are like, where do we begin now? because the crowd is already mad and it looks like you are a little bit demoralized. Those are some of the moments that go bad. Another one is you plan for an event, you advertise it for over a month, and then you are looking forward that this event will fetch some money for the band and all that. But when you go to the venue, you find that only about 50 tickets or 100 were bought, and your budget would require that you sell about 400 tickets to be able to fit your bill. So it becomes a debt. You start now paying from some other sources because the event didn't fetch whatever you really expected. At some point, also, there's just sabotage. The industry, as much as the cake is big, there are people who may feel maybe you are taking over their space and
Mm.
they may just sabotage your event. You may not get the venue. You may be expecting to get a venue. Then on a D-Day or 2 days before you book the venue, you are told, oh, we are sorry, we didn't check our diary well. The venue is already booked. So you start again to rearrange for that. There's so much that happens in an event. For it to be successful, it takes heart. It takes a lot of commitment, a lot of up and down, and believe that you gonna do this regardless. So it's more of being a coach on a touchline and your team is playing. You don't know the outcome. You only wait for the 90 minutes.
Wow. Wow. It seems like you have quite a bit of experience when it comes to the
Yeah,
ups and downs and the challenges. Sabotage. I mean, that's something that seems to be pretty prevalent in the music business. So that makes sense. And all those other challenges. Whew, I mean, rough.
there are also some moments you believe that this song will be the best here. So we shall play this song towards the end of the show. But
Right.
when you get on stage, they demand it or before you even start, they demand for the song. And you've planned your playlist knowing that this song will be the climax of the show. They demand it on your 3rd minute on stage. And they tell you we want that one. What stop doing what you're doing, give us that song. It overturns your entire playlist, it overturns the entire show, but you have to adjust very quickly with the band.
Oh man. No, I can see that being definitely being a challenge. But I mean, honestly, I mean, it sounds like, you and your band, you guys have quite a bit of experience in dealing with those situations. Seems like that's something that obviously, they're growing pains. You gotta get used to it, I think, with any business. But it's good to see that, that you have enough, experience to be able to deal with these different challenges and stuff like that.